was a private in the 17th Airborne Division, and there was a unit sent in at the end of the war called CIC, the Counterintelligence Corps. These guys were special agents, FBI guys, investigators, lawyers, who were sent in to go after the ranking Nazis and the war criminals. Well, their plane got shot up, and there was a sudden need at the end. We're talking right after Operation Varsity, about the 25th or so of March, 1945. And I was called up to headquarters. My first thought was, gee, what have I done now? I was always in trouble, gee. So I got up to headquarters, and there was a captain up there, and he said to me, you speak German? And I said, yes, I speak German. And he said, you're a college kid? And I said, yeah, I was a freshman at Columbia University, and so and so. He said, all right. They gave me 3 days of training, learning all about the German nomenclature of the, who was what in the SS and all of the rest of this stuff. And then they gave me my first mission. My first mission was, I remember the captain calling me up. He showed me a big board in the headquarters there where the front lines were, and he said, we want you to go after this guy. This guy is a really bad Gestapo Ober Inspector, chief inspector. We don't know how many people he sent to concentration camp and stuff. We want you to go after him. And I looked at it and I said, gee, well, here's the lines. It's way into Germany. And I said, beyond the lines. And he said, I never forget what he said to me. His face, he says, so, what the heck am I getting into, But anyhow, we went after him, we got him, and that was the beginning of my time with CIC. Subsequently, when the war ended, I ended up in Berlin as a field office commander of counterintelligence in the main area of downtown area of Berlin. One day in 1946, I get a report coming down from headquarters saying they think they know where Martin Bormann is. Everybody wanted to find out. He was Hitler's deputy. He's down in one of those subterranean passages in that really virtual city under the bunker and under the Tiergarten there, where the sort of German headquarters were. And so they dressed me up in dirty old German clothes. I had nothing but a snub-nosed 38 revolver. I lived down there for days. I would have a contact who would bring me food, and I would wander with a flashlight through these subterranean passages. I got to one passage one day, and here's this big, heavy iron grate, and I thought, I'm there, and I hear voices down another passage. And for years they didn't find rooms in that underground. It was a huge area. Well, anyhow, I thought, oh boy, we've got him. This is where he is. So we took the 16th Infantry and swept the area, and we did nothing but turn out some poor East German refugees out of the place. But at the end of that, I came back, and of course I had to do a report. And I wrote a report after interrogating a lot of people, and particularly some German POWs and stuff, and former SS guys. And I said that Martin Bormann was killed several blocks away from the bunker where Hitler was, and he was in the company of a German SS, German Tiger tank. Manned by SS men. They ran into a Russian group, a firefight, and Bormann was killed in the company of this tank and these SS men in the Lehrterstrasse, which was just several blocks from where it was. Years after that, there were reports Bormann's been spotted in Argentina. He's been here, he's there, everywhere else. Well, in 1977, when they were doing excavation work for a building, they found a guy in a Reichsleiter uniform, the imperial uniform that Bormann would have been wearing, and they thought it was Bormann, but they couldn't prove it. They buried him, and for years the stories were still going around, and in the 90s when they had DNA, they exhumed the body and tested it against the daughter for DNA, and it turned out it was Bormann, and that's what happened. And my report's sitting somewhere in the National Archives, and it was right.